Hello and welcome to a new episode of Getting Around with SJB. And in this episode we take a trip to Bandholm and back with the steam locomotive Kjøge from 1878. Since the locomotive itself featured in last year's advent calendar, this video will focus on the trip instead, taken on July 21st, 2022. At first we see LJM11, which took care of the part between Maribo station and the shed in Maribo. The summer had been a dry one, and Kjøge could therefore not enter the station itself, but had to stick to the shed, where the locomotive took over on the trip to Bandholm, and we see this a little later outside the Maribo depot, before we follow it further downtown. Here the locomotive has run around, and we see it passing outside of Bandholm on its way back to Maribo before we continue to the terminus in Bandholm. Bandholm Station marks the end of the line, which opened in 1869 as one of the country's first private railways. Several years later, in 1962, the railway made history once again, when it opened as Denmark's first heritage railway. However, the station is not the end of the journey, as Kjøge is here seen arriving from Maribo before continuing towards the halt at Bandholm Harbour. Note also the whistle signals from the locomotive, which are signals to the train staff to use the train's handbrakes, since Kjøge is equipped with steam brakes and only brakes on the locomotive itself. After a few moments at the harbour, the train returned to Bandholm Station, where the locomotive was filled with water before it ran around and was coupled onto the other end and made ready for the return journey to Maribo. Here we see the train depart from Bandholm Station before we jump on board and take the train to Maribo, of course on board the first coach behind the locomotive. At the halt in Maribo, a stop was made, and with a quick whistle from the guard and from the driver, the trip continued on the last stretch to Maribo. In total there are 3 halts, i.e. small stops on the stretch between Maribo and Bandholm, one of which, the Brimstroke halt, was constructed during the line's time as a heritage railway. In Maribo, old met, although not new, then at least newer, in the form of Lollandsbanen and one of their IC2 units. Here was the last stop for Kjøge, which was uncoupled from the train and left it to M11, which took the train on a large part to the station. Here I would also like to end the video and say thank you for watching and see you in the next episode of Getting Around with SJB.